which exact date did you make this prophecy?
4 October 2020.
4 October 2020. And we saw him passing on a tragic accident that took his life on Sunday. So it came to pass. As a prophet, when you get this information, are you not supposed to have that grace to reverse the events from happening? What's your role? Because you say that if urgent prayers are not made, then it will not happen.
The salvation of any man is participative. Prophecy is not a one-sided gift of the Spirit. It also requires the consent of the receiver. It also requires the participation of the receiver. You will never find a place in the Bible where that is not reflected. So you'll find that in this specific instance, the prophecy itself required the participation. You can actually label that prophecy a conditional prophecy. It's a where God says, if you do this, then I'll do this. If my people, obey me, you hear the Bible saying it. If my people obey me, then they shall eat the good of the land. The condition is obedience there. So whenever you look at a prophecy, you must look at it holistically. To say, it is saying he must come to me for prayer within 72 hours. And if he does not come for prayer or look for spiritual counsel, then the tragic event is surely going to happen. You'll find that in actual fact, the video that is circulating the most now is actually the lesser video. There's a greater one that I did on 4 October.
Talking about the same issue.
Yes, where I was asking my pastors and I said, what is today's date, so that the sons of Belial will not say we edited it. And on that video, they actually confirm and say it is 4 October 2020.
So in this case of the concerned party who was Genius, who is late, did the message get to him, and was he not cooperative in terms of also wanting to pray against the prophecy?
Well, posthumously, I cannot speak on behalf of the dead and RIP.
Did you make an attempt to talk to him?
The intention in publishing that prophecy was to ensure that it reaches his ears. No wonder why that when I delivered that prophecy on 4 October, it went viral on social media and I was being attacked left, right and center by people that I don't know. And when you do your research very well, you are going to find out that so many people commented, and most of them were saying I'm looking for relevance. Because I was trying to ride on a big name. The intention really was not to prove that, we can see. The intention was to ensure that the message arrives in his ears.
Did it arrive in his ears?
So I said posthumously, I cannot speak on behalf of the dead,
but outside of the prophecy, sorry to interject, that was posted on social media, did you try also to make a direct contact with him?
I spoke to certain individuals who are close to him. And these are people, they actually contacted me themselves to say, we have seen the prophecy about Ginimbi, and we have seen what you have said about him. The only problem is that he is not sick. He is well, and is high-spirited. So I left it at that. And I was praying to God. My prayer was, if only the condition could be met, because he's not somebody that I was close to. I didn't have his number, I didn't have his contact. And this is the very reason why you find that all my prophecies are posted before time on my Prophet Advocate Joshua YouTube channel. You'll never find me talk about a thing past the event.
And you also mentioned fire and water when you were prophesying, talking about that event, the catastrophic event, as you put it, in the prophecy. As you saw in the spirit realm, were you able to see other people as well who were also going to be affected? And did you see the event or the actual event as the accident happening? And did you see other people? Because it was not just him. There were 3 other people who also lost their lives. As you were seeing, was that all inclusive?
The other people were victims of a circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
They were not supposed to die. I repeat, they were victims of circumstances. The target was Ginimbi. Those other ladies and the gentlemen were not supposed to be part of the ordeal. You see, when you enter a sinking ship,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter that you are innocent, you will sink. Okay? By virtue of you being found in a place where an attack is already beginning, and there are so many people who have been victims of environments, of climates, of climes, of certain places where they have gotten to. And this place already has a certain curse, and they begin to experience the effects of that curse, not because the curse was targeted against them, but because they find themselves in the wrong place.
What was targeting him? There have been different speculations as well. People going as far as saying, because you spoke of an attack, that there is a plan to destroy him. What is it that wanted to, or that was after his life?
You see, I'm going to tell you something which nobody knows, because everybody, when they are looking at it, they are talking about the fire that I spoke about.
Mm-hmm.
But the fire itself is a symbol of the greater attack, the greater demon being a spirit that comes from the waters. So you see an accident and there is fire, but what has caused it? People will not try and look at it. Even when they try, sometimes they may miss it because they sometimes stray from the word of God. So the real battle was a battle between him and a marine demon. It was coming from the water. So when I saw this plan, you know what? When I delivered this prophecy on the 4th of October, this is not the date that I saw it. I'm sure that my wife could be listening now, wherever she is. You'll be amazed at the detail that I told her, and even the closest people to me, that is my pastors and those people who are closest to me. So it was a marine spirit coming to introduce a crocodile, a very big crocodile emanating from the waters to devour him.
And how do you interpret that in like layman's terms, like not from the prophetic office, to say a marine spirit and a crocodile?
You see, it is always difficult to communicate. That is if you are a true prophet. One of the challenges that I have on this earth is communicating with carnality. I always have that challenge. Even in relaying information, it is always difficult for me, because it's difficult to relate in a world where I'm only an ambassador of a higher kingdom.